What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and this one wants to talk about what's going on with Tesla stock very briefly and spend a lot more time talking about some big news that came out that's been quite bullish for Tesla, in my honest opinion. So I'm going to break down what's going on with Honda and some other pieces of news which are very good for Tesla's long-term and short-term, which you should be watching for when it comes to the share price. But before I do anything like this, though, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. I am personally not a financial planner, so take none of this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull, the link down below, and deposit any amount of money into the account, you are guaranteed up to 12 free stocks. The offer ends in just 7 days, so check it out before they run out. Anyways, let's break down what's going on with Tesla and the market. Tesla was down 0.17% for the day. It ended up gapping down because of some news from China, as the Chinese government has banned its governmental employees from using iPhones, right? And the whole market ended up gapping down because of this. But then we saw Apple bounce alongside SPY, and Tesla bounced as well, getting a nice push up as the day went on, and we just barely closed in the red, filling most of the gap we had from the day. So very good stuff for Tesla. There's a good chance it's going to continue with the uptrend, in my opinion, at least temporarily, to try to push up a little higher. But we need basically for there to be like no bad news or no like major negative catalyst. And so far, the news for Tesla has been quite good. The news has come out that Honda has adopted Tesla's charging for its EVs coming in 2025. It has joined Ford, GM, Nissan, and many other companies out there to use Tesla's NACS charging port for their EVs. That is some very bullish news because, once again, the charging business is going to be massive for Tesla as time goes on. Many analysts looking at Tesla have said that Tesla's charging business is going to be worth $20 billion in total. And that is great news for them as time goes on. Now, they also mentioned it could potentially break that as well. But my point is, this is going to be huge. Tesla's going to make a lot of money from this, and Tesla's getting more and more power because now Tesla has control over the chargers. And now that other companies are adopting Tesla's charger, it's going to help them too, because now we have this big space of EVs and we're going to see more of them helping Tesla to make even more money. Basically, it's going to give Tesla more revenue, more exposure, and more charging systems that basically help the company. So bullish news for the long term, for the short term as well. I'm very excited to see how this is going to affect the share price. There's also another very big piece of news. Tesla has secured a deal to deploy 20,000 universal wall connectors at Hilton hotels. This is bullish news again, because you have to remember the fact that Hilton has thousands of locations around the world. And now that they're starting to like deploy these, this could lead to more deals in the future, because Hilton is just one chain. You also have like, Holiday Inns, you have like Motel Sixes, who knows? And all of these different areas coming together, they could end up doing some big things. Now, this could be big for Tesla because when more of these hotels end up adopting its charger, this could lead to more of them buying into Tesla's hype. This could lead more and more buyers to come in. This could lead to more and more hype for the hotels as well. So this is some big news. This is going to be in basically 2,000 hotels in North America, from the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And this is going to make Hilton a very large planner in the EV space. Now, they're going to be using the level 2 chargers, the NACS connectors, and that's going to be big for Tesla. If more hotels start to join in, it's just going to continue to help their business grow, especially because more and more different car companies are just adopting the same models. Now, this article right here talks about a comparison between the Model 3 and the BMW i4. I just wanted to quickly go over this just to talk about what their opinions are. In my opinion, the Model 3 is in a very awesome state, has a good range, very strong specs, and very nice looking safety features, which I will talk about in a couple of minutes. But you can see them side by side. So if you compare them by price, this article is arguing that the Model 3 is better when it comes to the pricing. It's the least expensive. It starts at like 40,000, and plus there's like the EV tax credit that could make it a lot cheaper. Secondly, we have reliability, which is very good as well. This is some good news for them moving forward because of the fact that this is yet to be determined, and both of them are doing quite well for that. So this is kind of like a tie for them. For other factors out there, so, excuse me, sorry guys. For seat comfort, we have the BMW i4 that won in their opinions. But it's only by the slimmest of margins what they're saying. So they both have very, very good seats. So that's worth noting. But we'll see what else is here. I'm just going to quickly go over just a couple of these. When it comes to cargo space, the BMW i4 has more. So it's a little bit more spacious for people who want to hold more things. They're saying the interior is better for the BMW i4. That is, once again, subjective. I think they both look great on the inside. But I could agree that they both look great nonetheless. Interior features, I mean, you could say the i4 has like a much more features, but you have to remember that the touchscreen is a lot larger, but Tesla also has that. And then there are going to be features that Teslas have that the BMW i4 doesn't have, from the FSD, not to mention the different camera angles you could look at. Those could be very, very different, very more, a lot more telling for different people out there. So what else is very, very awesome would be the acceleration of the Model 3. It's a little bit better according to their reports. Not to mention the driving range is a little bit better on the Tesla. So anyways, I want to talk about something else now that is still very, very good for Tesla. There's been some talk about how the profit margins are tumbling for Tesla, yet there's some talk about its potential to justify the $1 trillion valuation. I do believe that for the long term, the market is very, very good at pricing things in, and it's very future looking. And I believe that that's part of why Tesla is so high in its valuation. And once the Cybertruck comes out, it's going to likely continue on that trend. I think profit margins are something that could be concerning for many investors, but we have to wait and see what happens during the next earnings report to see if there are any new projections. To add on to this, there is this news right here that Tesla has added the blind spot indicator to the Model 3 Highland. And this is good news for them because it's going to help them with more safety features, make it easier for drivers to see around where they are. And this is going to be part of the user interface. So you could use this in addition to your side mirrors and etc. And this is once again very, very good. So it's like an additional side view mirror is going to give you more different ways to view even those blind spots which you can't see. I think that's very helpful for Tesla, very, very useful. And I think it's going to make it easier for people to drive to help avoid those accidents. So good news for Tesla. Great job, great work by them. And they're going to do whatever they can to make their cars as best as possible. Last but not least, the news is coming on comparing the Cybertruck compared to the original design. You can see the new design looks very different from what we saw earlier, which is completely fine. I think the Cybertruck still looks great and it can still work out quite well. And it has very, very good features nonetheless. So it's just worth noting. With these pictures, it doesn't matter yet because we don't know what the official model is going to look like just yet. We have a good idea of what it's going to look like, but we don't have it officially released quite yet. They're still testing it in different areas from we saw them being tested in New Zealand not too long ago, and there could be more tests coming. So very excited about the Cybertruck. I think it's going to be very bullish for Tesla for the medium term. I think that over the next few months, once this thing starts to come out, once they start rolling out, it's going to be very fun, and I just can't wait for what the future holds. Anyways, guys, most of the news that came out has been quite bullish, from the Honda news, not to mention the big deals with Hilton, and I can't wait for what the future holds. For Tesla, so far the news has been in favor of the bulls a little bit more. Let's hope we see some upside as a result, and hopefully we don't see any bad news tomorrow morning, as we have Friday coming up and Tesla has potential for upside in terms of the stock price. Okay, so thank you for listening. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next video. Thank you, and peace out.